My experience with Rose-Bud-Thorn is coming out of COVID. I'm running courses and I'm seeing how disconnected everyone is and really looking for connection and seeing that the value of education is not really in the content by itself, but it's really how we make the content come alive and we build this space and community for people to connect and support each other. I saw this blog post on Harvard Macy Institute's blog about Rose-Bud-Thorn. I start to try it out with my leadership course students, sharing my Rose-Bud-Thorn to give them an example of what it looks like. And then another student goes into sharing a bit more vulnerable, and then the next one dives in and shares something even more deeper, and suddenly the flavor of this room changes. There's some safety in that space, there's some risk taking. It's a very different level of connection beyond the initial rituals, hi, hello, how are you doing? And people are seeing each other as real now because they're not just sharing their highs, but they're sharing things they're scared about or things that are bothering them. So we come back the next week and the students ask me, can we start with that again? Then the interpersonal aspect kicks in because there's connection starting to be built. There's some trust with others who are listening to you when you're vulnerable and actually supporting that by not sharing that outside the room and maybe supporting you inside and outside the room. Like, I've got your back even when we're outside this room. And in this whole course or community of students, then, out of the many stories that are being shared, a bond and a community starts to build that just strengthens every time we meet and we do this together. So one of my roses has been when I run into a student alumni in the cafeteria or somewhere, and the first thing they'll ask me is, do you want to share Rose-Bud-Thorns? And immediately we're connected at a very different level than we would otherwise.